Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Titan Esports interview. This time looking into the Titan Vanquisher League and at a whole organization in general in XSV. I've got XSV Sloth's Skootin, jungler from the Vanquisher League. I got XSV's owner, Shane, and I also have XSV's Wrath, Matty, and also, as we'll talk about later, a former champion for this organization as well. So, hello, guys, and thanks for taking the time here for this interview.
How's it going?
What's up?
Hello.
So nice to see you guys. We'll start this interview off just by you guys introducing each other or at least yourselves, and then talk to me a little bit about your history, your amateur history competing in amateur League of Legends, how many seasons you've played, if it's your first time playing in Titan or not. We'll start with you, Skootin, then we'll go to Shane, and then we'll go to Matty.
Word. I'm a jungler. I play for Sloth now. I've been playing comp since I was like 16. I'm 19 now. I started in Emerald. Pretty much just dicked around, won a BOL split. And then I played for OED in my first M100 split, got top 4 in Titan here in Vanquisher. And then I kind of just jumped from team to team. And now I'm kind of just sticking with XSV. I just do I enjoy the most now.
So I'm Shane. I'm the owner. I've been playing League since Season 4, playing comp since way back in the day. I've played a few seasons in Titan, and yeah, I've kind of rotated to more of a management role rather than a player lately, but I definitely want to come back to comp here shortly, once I get unneeded.
I'm Matty. I'm a sub for Wrath, former AD carry for Gluttony. I've been playing League since Season 1. I've been playing comp since 2018, I think, on and off. Yeah, just bounce around from whatever org feels like they're the most genuine. Seems like I found my home now.
Awesome. Well, we got some veterans here. Season 1 is absolutely insane. You are an experienced player, one could say.
I'm old, thank you.
Well, I mean, hey, you're not the only one that's been playing this game for a long time. That's why we love it. And I'll talk to you now, Shane, about kind of your, I guess you could say it's a love for the game, but I'll have you answer the question for me. What compelled you to create this XSV organization from the point where it wasn't even a glimmer in your mind to the time where you're like, maybe this is something I want to do. Maybe I want to create my own place for people to play. How does that story really go?
Yeah, it kind of all started with me and a couple buddies. We were just kind of sitting there, and we had kind of been going from org to org, and you always join orgs that are good, and some orgs that just are not very good with how they treat players. And after playing in comp for so long and being around the scene for so long, we just thought we could do it better. So we kind of started over a whim, and then we did our first tryout. I really didn't know how many people were going to show up for the first tryout. We ended up having like over 100 people for that first tryout. It kind of blew up pretty quickly, and then we've just been kind of riding the wave ever since. It's been kind of nice.
That's insane. So 100 plus people, that's incredible. That must have been at least a little bit overwhelming for all of you. How many teams does XSV now field across Titan and other leagues? Even if you don't know the actual number, just kind of ballpark that for me.
I think we're about like at 8 right now.
Wow.
We just picked up another one, getting ready for meta shift, and then we have a couple teams that were more of like developmental, so like they're getting ready to start joining leagues here shortly. And then yeah, so I think like 8, maybe 9 right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. So that's upwards of, like 45 plus players, at least, not including subs. That's a lot of people. Yeah. What would you say is kind of the goal of XSV when you created this and you kind of envisioned, you said you wanted to do it right. You said you wanted to treat your players nicely. If you had to kind of just summarize what your main objective was of creating this organization, what would that be?
Just for people to have a place to play where it's competitive, but it's also not like, it's a place where people want to stay and play for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some org owners just I personally feel like are just kind of a little over the top when it comes to winning, and they make it kind of like not fun. And then other orgs, they're just not competitive, they're all about fun. So it's like finding that nice like middle ground where people want to come and have a good time, but also in like want to win too, you know? So
yeah. And I think that's a great thing. You know, obviously there's different ends of the spectrum where it's too much of one thing and not enough of the other. So I think it's a great idea, and obviously a good thing to strive for is striking that balance here. I'll go to you now, Matty, because you have actually won a chip, and actually I think Skootin said that as well, but I'll talk to you first. Talk to me about your season. I think it wasn't in Titan, it was with BOL, but it was with the XSV organization. You got the win, and talk to me about that split and just your time in general with XSV and what your experience has been like.
So basically, the Gluttony team that I joined was Mellow, Discrepancy, BKP, me, and Avi. They played in Aegis and won Aegis with Anna Cross, who's on Envy in Aegis right now in ADL. But Peter ended up ranking out, so they needed a new AD carry, and me and Discrepancy played together before, so that's how I kind of joined. And I mean, from the first tryout, it was just like always a group of 8 to 12 of us in a call every day, streaming solo queue, having fun playing the game, basically talking to everybody. And it's been like that the whole time. And the whole entire split, it was if we wanted somebody to help us with drafting, I put in general chat one time, Skootin came and started drafting for us, and then we had Andy Chef drafting for us too. Shane was helping our top laner with matchups and doing 1v1s. Like there's a plethora of help that doesn't come in any other org besides this one.
Awesome.
And it's just been a great experience so far.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It's good to have, you know, you hear it from the owner that this is the goal of this organization, then you have a testimonial to kind of back that up, unless Skootin has anything to say otherwise. But I'll go to you now and ask you about, your experience. You can either add on to what Matty was saying, if that's kind of the same general experience, or you can kind of give your own takes. What's it been like with this org?
I mean, me personally, with the org, I've had a really good time. Like, I enjoy all the people on my team. It's a good community too, because I feel like a problem with a lot of other orgs is once you get into them, they kind of have like a group of people that it's like if you're not friends with them, you're not going to be able to socialize much, right? It's like they're very like they got that like a hierarchy almost, and like I'm a very abrasive, loud person, so a lot of other orgs tend to drop me pretty quick. And XSV really enjoys having me around, and Shane's a great owner. Does a good job for us. I don't know, I'm just really happy to be in a place where like I feel wanted in an org, you know.
Of course. That's very important, and that improves not only just your feelings towards any organization you're with, but also kind of improves how you might play in any games in competitive leagues. And only good things, I would say, can come from that if that's the way you feel. I'll keep talking to you, Skootin, here, and go more in depth now into your season with Vanquisher. You guys are sitting at 2-2. This is XSV Sloth, and you started off cold with 2 losses, both of them being 0-2s, and now you've been able to pick up 2 wins, both of them 2-0s. So what's changed for you guys to kind of ramp up as the season's progressed, and what do you guys need to do to maintain this momentum?
Well, at the start of the season, we kind of just didn't have any direction. Like, we're a team that we don't have a coach. Like, we all just talk about the game ourselves, and the big problem is like we have like a lot of players on our team that like are really into just talking and like trying to be the leader, but it got to the point where like we were all trying to do our own thing. Like, it was a little too solo queue, and like we were drafting like solo queue and everything. It was just that we had no direction. So we kind of just sat down one day, and then my mid laner, Teals, the GOAT, he kind of told me, he goes, I need you to just be the leader of the team. Just tell people what to do. And I'm like, and I'm chill with that. So I'm just like in game. It's just been like, I've been telling our support, want marriage. I'm like, we reset now. We walk here. get vision set up now. Like I'm kind of just we've had to change like roles on the team. Chaz has become kind of our very solid side laner, and Kush is a really consistent scaling ADC. And then me and Marriage and Teals make a lot of like the team plays together. And then I've not been playing as many like of my carry champs because I'm typically like a Graves, Karthus type of player. I've been playing like Trundle and Poppy, some Sejuani here and there. Just try to play a little more setup and let my team do the damage for me. And I mean, if we can keep this momentum going, like we've had 2 good series, we're getting better with every series, and we're teaching ourselves a lot of things. Just I think we have a good chance of going forward, just keeping this momentum and keeping the good vibes.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the more wins you get, the vibes are going to be high for the squad, and it's good to hear that you guys understood you had some areas where you needed to improve, and you took the steps necessary to address that. And at least for now, things are seeming to turn up for you guys. As my last question, I'll ask both of the players here. I'll start with you, Matty. Even though you're a substitute here for Wrath, you're not necessarily on the starting roster, but you're still playing, you're still being a part of the team, and if you're needed, you will step in. What would be, and this is the question to both of you, we'll start with Matty, what is your personal goal for this season? Whether it's improving at a certain part of the game, whether it is just for fun, you're not really thinking about that, but if you had to give yourself one personal goal, what would that be?
I think for my goal, just being a sub, is just to kind of soak as much information as I can with the M100 team. I'm a habitual Emerald player, and I really want to move up and play M100, so I'm just kind of trying to take any and all information and anything I can take to give me the edge to move up and play better and bring more chips to XSV.
For me personally, I think my goals to split are a little more selfish. I won't lie. I love my team, and I want the team in the org to do good. I would like, first of all, just to make it to playoffs, because we had that rocky start, so a little stress. Like every game is important for our team now. Like we got to perform. But I just kind of want to like, maybe it's my ego talking, but I truly feel like I'm a pretty good jungler, and I would like to prove that I'm like one of the best in the M100 scene. I just kind of want to like go out there and show them what I got, you know?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. It's competitive. You want to prove yourself. You want to show off your skills. And I did check in your match history a little bit. You did have some pretty solid games there. I think you had like a double-digit kill Trundle game at the very least. So you've had some of those pop-up performances. Like you said, you are more angled, at least traditionally, towards that carry style. I think that has been able to shine for you this season. And I think that for both of you guys, those are some great goals to set. And obviously the environment of XSV has helped you to have that positive mentality and be motivated to find things to improve on. So that's gonna wrap up the interview here. But before we go, I'll give all 3 of you the floor one at a time to kind of give your shout outs to anyone you'd like before we wrap up.
I guess I'll go first since Matty wants to be quiet and Shane's being a weirdo. Just shout out to my team, to the GOATs. It's the most fun I've had playing on a team. Even while losing, I was having fun, which is rare because I'm very, very competitive and I'm known to be toxic. I was having a really good time with them. They're just like some really chill dudes. A shout out to Shane and to our HR department at XSV, Paige, for keeping me on the leash.
Deserved. I'll say, I'll shout out Paige as well. She's been super helpful all the time. And as always, in everything shout out wise I gotta do is shout out Shane, the owner of XSV, 23 Shane. And then yeah, shout out to Discrepancy for bringing me on. It's been a really fun ride. My boys, Yuki Lave and Caxi, as always.
All right.
It's your turn, Shane.
Maybe he's not here.
Oh, my mic was up. I was muted that whole time.
Oh man.
I like went to go and I was muted. My bad. No, I was gonna say just shout out. Like I can't do any of this without the players and the staff. So my shout out's more of a generic, just to everybody that's kind of helping and putting good ideas out. I think some of the next things we're putting out is like we want to start doing like in-houses, have like a nice like a little in-house thing going, and then the staff, between the staff and the players, they're always looking to improve and make the work better, which I thoroughly enjoy. So yeah, so just shout out to everybody.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys, for taking the time today to give some information on your season in the org. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
That was
Course, brother.
XSV Shane, Skootin, and Matty, two in the Vanquisher League org owner. So thank you everyone for tuning in to this interview. There will be a lot more coming up for this 2025 summer season, so stay tuned for those. I'm Faris, showcaster here at Titan Esports. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good day.